Hey, Mike Brandhog here with Lead Squeezers. Have you ever wondered how do I start and finish an email, right? Do you struggle with that sometimes? Well, I'm going to share with you a couple tips here on how to properly start and finish off an email. First, it starts with tone. Tone is everything and really sets the stage for building the relationship with your future client, your prospect, or your existing clients, right? And so knowing what to say, how to say it, that's really important. But first and foremost, before you engage in any type of marketing, you really need to understand your audience. Who is your target audience? And it might be slightly different with your prospects compared to some of your clients, right? So the more you know about your prospects, about your clients, and your target audience, the better uh, position that you'll be in to be able to set the stage, to set the right tone, and your marketing message can be highly focused as well. I like to use this example if you were to go fishing, right? You need to know what type of fish you're going to fish for. So, for example, if you wanted to go trout fishing, and here I live in Southern California, so the closest body of water to me is the Pacific Ocean. Well, I'm not going to find any trout in the ocean, right? But there's fish in the ocean. So it's really important that you know your audience so you know the right bait, the right message to use that's going to resonate with them, right? So let's go ahead and jump into this. So what are some of the things that you want to know about your audience? Well, first and foremost, what is their age, right? What is their demographic? What do they like? What do they dislike? Where do you find them? On what platform? What is their career type? Are they highly educated, a doctor, a PhD, right? Or is it somebody that's more of a blue collar worker, right? You need to speak to your audience. You'll have more engagement when you can speak their language, speak their tone, right? So anyways, but if you use the wrong tone, the wrong words, it's just not going to resonate with them. So for example, if you're targeting a bunch of doctors or people that are highly educated, attorneys, and you use something that is very casual in the opening email like, hey, that may not resonate. They're used to something that might be a little more formal. And it also is based on your product or service that you're targeting, right? So it's important that you know your audience. So let's start there. But anyways, how do you start an email? Well, I always like to start with some type of a greeting, whether it's hi, hello, or hey, right? In the marketing world, I tend to use more hey, right? But with the hey, I always like to use the person's first name, right? I like to make a connection. So in all my emails, in the subject line and in the body copy, I make sure to include their first name. People like to see their first name, and here's why it's important. When they see their name in the subject line of the body copy, now you're having a personal relationship. You need to look at your emails, your text messages, and all your communication that you want to speak to that person, right? You don't want to just address them as, hey, all right. I mean, I guess you can do that, but you want to make that personal connection. That's what marketing is about. They want to get to know you. So, when to use hello, hi, or hey, right? Well, you'll be able to determine that when you know your audience, what is appropriate. If it's a prospect list, for example, and you don't have a real connection and you don't want to come across as casual, you might want to say hello or hi. Hello, first name. Hello, John. Hello, Mary, or hi, Mary, right? And when you're unsure of their first name, for example, I typically like to just say, hello and use that. But if you're doing marketing properly and you're capturing their content with your list and your prospect list, wherever you're getting, you should have their first name. If you're doing a mass purchase of a list and you're just email blasting, that's one. It's a no-no. You're not going to get any traction from it. To be honest with you, you just aren't. You're going to get labeled as a spam. You're going to end up your email address getting blackballed or blacklisted as well. So make sure that you begin with a good, solid list of contacts that you have that have provided their information. All right. Anyways, if you're using the old term that people say, to whom it may concern, nobody really uses that anymore, at least not in the marketing world. It has its place in a formal, like if you're doing some type of an official letter to someone or to an organization, whether it's like a government organization, and you have no idea who it's going to. You don't have a name. That's when it's used for. To whom it may concern, right? It's very formal, and that's more of an official document. What we're talking about here is really more about marketing emails, right? Okay. So anyway, so start there. And again, when you know your audience, you're going to be in a better position to know to use hi, hello, or hey. All right. And then how do you end an email, right? That's always a good one. Again, knowing your audience will be able to, you'll be able to determine which sign off to use. Do you use best? Do you use regards? Do you use thank you? Do you use sincerely? These are some of the options. One that I personally use most of the time is have an awesome day, right? That's one that you'll see if you've seen my emails that I use. So you may have something that you like to use, but it's important to know your audience. Not many people are using the sincerely, as sincerely is really formal. And given email marketing today, people are a little more casual about their writing today than what they used to be, 15 or 20 years ago. And so you don't see the sincerely as much. And again, you want to make that personal connection. You want it to be a little more warm, so to speak, as well. Best is one that I see often. I don't see regards too much, but I would say the most common that I see is, best, thank you, have a great day, have an awesome day, that type of thing. And part of the reason that I like to use have a great day or have an awesome day is I want to sign off with an uplifting little message. I truly want everyone to have a great day or have an awesome day. And I want them to be thinking of me as, kind of that positive, somebody that has a great attitude and is positive. And so I want to leave them with that, all right, when I sign off. But again, when you know your audience, you'll find something that is comfortable for you. And it really sets the tone. And think about building the relationship as well. And again, do you use formal or do you use casual? So again, that is up to you based on your target audience. Okay, so those are just a few tips there. Now, what to include in your signature block when you're signing off? Okay, now when it comes to marketing, if you're talking about financial professionals, life insurance agents, real estate agents, where you're more on the retail or the end user, the customer, right, side of it, you want to put a face with the name. You want them to get to know you. I always like to use a photo. I want people to put a face with the name, right? Especially have a nice professional photo. I like to have my name, title. If you have a license and the state requires you to put the license, you want to make sure that's part of your signature block. I like to have a website, the email. I do not use my mailing address in a signature line. I think it adds too much, and most people are not mailing you. Through your regular communication, if somebody wants to, do the old snail mail to you, certainly you can provide your address for that. But I think it's too much in a signature. The other thing that you may want to include is a link to some of your social media sites as well. I see that being pretty common. But here's one I want to caution you on. When you look at your signature block, if it becomes too much, it's going to look like a yard sale, all right, or a garage sale. You don't want it to look like too much. And you want your email signature to be relevant for the business that you're in, the business that you're marketing. What I have seen, and it will impact your credibility as far as being a professional in the services that you're marketing, is where I will see people that have multiple businesses, and literally it's like they open their coat. Which guy am I today, right? What am I selling today? I would stay away from that. If you do have multiple businesses, create a separate email address for each one of your businesses so your signature line can be focused on that particular business. You want to come across as a professional, as an expert within that space. You don't want to be that person on the street corner selling anything and everything, right? Does that make sense? Because communication and email marketing is all about building the know, like, and trust factor. You want to build that professional credibility. And this is just one little tip that will help go towards building that for you. So you have people reaching out to you, and you want people to refer you business. If you're the guy on the street corner selling anything and everything, and it's a different flavor of the day, they're probably not likely to refer you business, right? Because that's going to impact their reputation if they refer you business. So anyways, so those are just some tips on what to include. I'll drop a couple samples here for you that you can see in the video here. I hope you make it an awesome day, and be sure to like, subscribe, and share this. And most importantly, you want to subscribe because we're coming out with great content and tips like this to help you take your marketing to the next level. It's all about trying to squeeze more business from your current prospects and your clients. That's what Lead Squeezers is about. So anyways, have an awesome day, but make sure you smash that like button before you leave. All right? Have a great one. Take care.